So we've seen these Dragon Bash happen for, for 2, 3 weeks here, a good 3.5 weeks, and they're about to close it up. And sadly, the visual effects of Lion's Arch are going to disappear, and it's probably going to go back to its normal thing. What is coming up next? Like, what's the next thing coming up, like living story-wise?
What's coming up next is the Bazaar of the Four Winds. Based off the photos, it looks like a ginormous flying market, which is a pretty cool idea, to be perfectly honest.
Dude,
I'm
yeah.
wondering how it ties in, because it's kind of curious. We go from Sky Pirates to a Sky Market.
And
Black
Winter's there
Pirate
with a
Market?
giant toy shop that flew.
Oh, that is
Conspiracy, I
true.
tell you.
What I really want to know is how we're gonna get there, like how it's gonna incorporate it into like after Sky Pirates. Like, oh, now it's the Bazaar of the Four Winds. Like, how are they gonna connect it into the story?
Do you think they're going to let us into Sea of Sorrows? Eventually, or probably not?
I
Well,
think
there's
this might
nothing
be
much there.
connected like towards the Cantha kind of thing.
I mean, if they open the to Sea of Sorrows, there's like a few islands north of South Sun that they could open up into. And I hope they do, because that'd be good. So we get like another explorable area besides what we already have.
I just took a good look at the picture of the Bazaar of the Four Winds, and it really looks like it's quite a bit Canton inspired. But I hope I'm not. I don't know if I'm the only one hoping this, but I'm hoping this doesn't land in Lion's Arch, but in another city.
Yeah, me too.
Am I? I was hoping I wasn't the only one hoping
Yeah.
for that.
I'd like to see it involve the other cities, because all these events happen in Lion's Arch. They change to Mystic Forge, they do this, and then it changes back. But the other cities, they added pianos, but that's like it. Like, they didn't really do much with the Dragon Bash. They didn't really do much with the Molten Alliance stuff, or the other events. They did with the Christmas a little bit, but not, like, as much as I would like them to. So I kind of hope with these next events they involve all the cities. It'd be more fun running around.
So
Well,
you
what
said
could
that
happen? What
Go
could
ahead.
happen is that like, if the Bazaar of the Four Winds, there's like 5 homes, like the home instances. Like you start out with, I'm guessing they might put like the entrance to the Bazaar or whatever in there instead of Lion's Arch, so that we actually go somewhere else to visit it, and not just everyone conglomerates towards Lion's Arch.
Take maybe a miniature flying thingamajig to get to the
Yeah.
bazaar. That's in a
Take it
vague,
to
who
City of
knows
the
where
Sky.
that would
location.
be cool.
That'd be a nice use of the home instance to some extent. Even if you're walking through it, you're still in it. Now, speaking of the Grand Bazaar and the events that have been going on, ArenaNet just recently said that they're going to be doing things every 2 weeks. Seeing as they've got lots of little teams, I'm hoping I'm not the only one super jumping up and joy excited for this.
Super excited for the every 2 week.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do more achievement, but like, I really hate the temporary dungeons. I want more dungeons. Like, I'm kind of sick of COF, and COE I do it almost religiously, and all the other ones I kind of like involve in there, but like, I don't like Raw too much. Nobody does. So it kind of takes away one of the 8. I wish they would just add dungeons and keep them in there. Like the Molten Alliance, this dungeon, all that stuff.
It would
Well,
give
I
us
want
a
to-
chance to get good at them, right?
Yeah,
Or
You
more
know, like-
fractals.
yeah, or more fractals. They really need to
And
add
more
more
Yeah.
fractals.
fractals.
They made out like they're going to be adding more fractals when it came
They
out,
keep
but they
saying they're
didn't.
gonna make more, but
They
Yeah.
keep
they're
saying
like,
it.
we're gonna do it.
I hope they
Yeah.
fix and recycle or toss away some of the ones that are bad, like Dredge. If they do add more, they're just going to throw away some of the bad ones.
That's fine.
I mean, like, Dredge isn't all that bad. It's just like the higher the level it is, the final boss can be really painful. I think that's like what most people hate about it.
I think the reason I like fractals is because it's different. Like these other dungeons, like you're not just going and doing a raw. You're not killing a whole bunch of undead in the same place, and then you're going to kill a boss.
Yeah, but like, there's only so much you can do with the fractals that's already there. I mean, once you've done fractals to like level 20, like you already know like what to do, or like you've already seen everything, and it's not as fun as the ones that started out as.
Not to mention, you know, if
I
you
think
get
the
in a group,
rewards
and-
should get better.
if you get in a
those
group,
stealth
and
nerfs.
there's like a couple people in your group, and you get like one of the long ones, like the dredge or something, then you guys automatically dodge it and skip over it if you want to. A
I
lot
do
of
like
people do that.
But it is kind of funny when you get, you know, your 2 great rolls, and then you get dredge, and then you're fucked.
Yes, it's happening.
I think the rewards should get better as you get higher up in the fractals. You know, I think that it should reflect your level.
Like
I think people
more,
have been complaining that the rewards don't seem to get better the higher you go.
like a
Like
more.
in the 30s
I mean,
and the 40s.
yeah, there's been, you know, the idea that you get more rares and stuff, but I would like to see a
Yeah.
confirmation. Hey, you get a free
There's-
rare
yeah, there's a lot of
at
dispute
level
about
10.
that.
You get 2 free rares at level 20 plus. You get
It
3
was
free rares at
basically
30.
that way until they stealth nerfed the shit out of fractals. Like I would do a fractals 40, and I would get like 15 rares and like 3 exotics. And now I'm lucky if I get 1 rare.
Yep.
Right, and then if you do a 10, you get an exotic. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Right now, it makes more sense to do level 2 because the rewards are so similar.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Which I love level 2 crap.
Me too. I wanted to go do some.
Yeah, you want to do some actions?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm in.
So to close up this whole thing, we've seen Dragon Bash for nearly a month. We've seen so many things we like, so many things we dislike. I like to pass it around for everybody to mention their most favorite thing and their most hated thing about Dragon Bash. I guess for me, right away, new dungeon, because I'm a dungeon kid. I play dungeons all the time. I like the new dungeon a lot. Number one thing I hated about the Dragon Bash was the Halo farming. Like, I hate how they tell you you can't farm like that, and then they give you a farming node system similar to what they tell you can't do. And it just instituted bad farming etiquette, and I just didn't like that. Like, but the dungeon was great. I love that, and I wish they would keep on doing more stuff like that.
What I love most about the just Dragon Bash and like the Ether Blades was getting the new condition for the Necromancer's Torment. Oh my gosh, it is amazing that you can just continually condition them while they move or just stand still, and it adds a whole new play level to like the Necro and fighting against Necros. But what I hated most was, I have to agree with you, was with the farming. It's like after a while it just became really tedious, and it's like, you could do something so much better with your time, and instead of just running around killing off 3-4 mobs and then okay, next spot.
I'd have to say my. Oh, go ahead, Random.
No, that's fine. Go ahead, thanks.
No, go ahead.
Well, I have to say I love the aesthetics, and I love the Dragon Bash Arena. I think that those were all good, and I love the whole event as a whole, just upping the level of the amount of content that they released. Like, in the past couple months, it's been meh in the amount of things we've been getting, but this really upped the ante with it. And of course, I think the things I dislike were the continuous uses of RNG. It's getting to be a bit much with the RNG.
With the dragon tickets and whatnot.
Yeah, it's
RNG is horrible for.
Yeah, I'm gonna start out
Type
with
of
what I
stuff.
hated most was RNG, because I spent 330 gold to get 3 Jade tickets.
Oh my god, what?
Oh.
330
that
gold
bad.
for how
That
many?
hurt. For 3 tickets.
So $110 per ticket.
Basically. It's basically how
Wow.
much I spent.
That's a
But
lot.
yeah, that kind of hurt a lot. But I probably have to say my favorite part is the Jade weapon skin. So, you know.
I think what I liked best was the graphics. I love how Lion's Arch looks. I thought it was a little reminiscent of Guild Wars 1 when they have festivals and stuff. What I didn't like is the drop rate for the tickets. I think that it's not very fair. People spend a lot of gold and a lot of time farming, so I think it wasn't really across the board fair.
I'll go ahead and start off with what I disliked the most, and that would probably be ArenaNet's behavior on their Facebook. When they're doing the thing where they're doing the suspects and stuff, they went and they did the final phase where you finally found out who it was. But the thing is, they did that midday, and then 3 or 4 hours later, still midday for pretty much all of America, they went and said, "Oh yeah, this is the person who's the suspect." And I'm like, "Thanks, Serena. I just got home from work and haven't gotten to play it yet."
Oh yeah, the spoiler. Yeah.
And the thing is, the day before that, they're like, "Oh yeah, feel free to talk about who you think it is. Please, no spoilers." And I'm just like, "What? But what?" So yeah. And what I like the most would probably have to be the dungeon. I felt like it wasn't really just a kind of like, I felt like it wasn't a temporary piece of whatever, and that it actually had something to it, and it certainly makes me wonder what's coming next and how it all connects, because they seem to have each piece with a living story connecting somehow with another, and I'm interested to see how the Bazaar of the Four Winds fits with the rest.
Special thanks to Crone for being our guest speaker this week.
Okay. What?
Oh my god!
And this is Digital Scream saying to all you Omnum junkies out there, keep on farming.
And this has been Dagnus Engineers. Don't forget to pick up your turrets.
This is Grim, and to all you Necros, keep conditions on and keep them strong.
This is Phantom. Warriors, remember, if you don't press 2, who else is gonna kill anything?
And this is Willow, hiding in shadows until next time. See you later.
Boom, perfect.
And I can't clap and press my button at the same time.
Okay.
You can't.
Learn to use your foot.
Because that would be way too high.
Because we're civilized people here.
You can't clap with your foot?
I clap my feet all the time in
pressing the
public.
button.
That's the
What do you
best